It was a really good performance all around. Lots of good individual performances, starting with Steve. I think Steve saved us at a critical moment in the second half where he made at least 3 world-class saves that could have made the ending to that game a lot more nervy than it was. So credit to him. Credit to the back line for shutting down Ibra, obviously coming in some form, and they didn't really give him much of a sniff, so that was really pleasing. And then the attack showed up, and we've seen it from multiple games now at home. But the attack is capable of putting up numbers at home against a team that's going to come out and play aggressively like that. So, overall pleasing performance, but we still have to build and keep going.
I want to ask a little more about Steve, because I don't know that I remember a time when I've seen teammates kind of like salute their goalkeeper as kind of deliberately as they did after Steve made that one save at 2-0 where it looked like it was going to be an open goal. What was that moment like for you guys, everybody else, when he's still 2-0 and he makes that save on what I think LA probably thought was a sure goal? What's it like to be out on the field in a moment like that?
I mean, it's big time. It's big time for him. He's been doing it all year, to be fair to him. And he's in good form, and it's great to see him performing like that because, again, it takes a lot of pressure off of us. 2-0 is a cliche. They say it's the most dangerous lead. And that 2-1 with 25, 30 minutes to go, whatever it might have been, that would have been a tough way to close it out with a team that would have been resurging and motivated to get the point and maybe 3. So, a moment like that changes the game. And from there, Christian scores a wonder goal, and then I'm able to get on the score sheet as well. So I think you got to look back to those saves and be grateful for them.
After a couple draws in a row, what was it like for you guys, especially in the attack, to get 4 goals, more open game, and to get a big win in front of your crowd? A couple draws at home, that is, here at Providence Park.
Yeah, obviously the draws against Colorado and Orlando presented different challenges than a team like LA, who's a little bit more confident in who they are. We play each game to what the opponent gives us, and LA gave us more space, and we made good use of that. In the future, teams are going to play like LA, teams are going to play like Orlando, teams are going to play like Colorado, and we have to be ready for whoever comes in.
Last question for me. With no Diego Chara today, Christian and Renzo playing the defensive midfield, what can you say about their performance today? A couple young guys playing against a very experienced LA Galaxy midfield, what they did tonight.
Yeah, I think there's a scary stat that said that we never won without Chara.
25 games, 25 games in a row without him.
So I think it's a big breath of relief for the team to know that he bails us out a lot, but we can also bail him out when he gets yellow card suspensions. And they stepped up. Christian's been playing well all year, and Renzo's had to step into certain games, and he hasn't missed a beat when Chara's been out. So I think a kind of performance like that from a young midfield, relatively less experience than some of the other guys, is going to give us a lot of confidence knowing that whatever it might be, whoever has to step up, they'll be ready to go. And I think the guys also on the outside looking in see new guys being able to step in and contribute and know that when it's their time, they know the expectation and they should feel confident as well.
Jeremy, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win and the goal.
Thank you.
Jeremy, I was just wondering,
Cheers, buddy. Thanks.
What did you think of Diego's celebration, pulling off his jersey, holding up to the crowd? I don't think I've ever seen him do anything like that before.
It definitely caught me off guard a little bit, but when you score a goal, it doesn't matter whether it's 1st, 5th, 10th, whatever. It's a moment of passion, and if that's what he was thinking in his head at the moment, then it's totally appropriate, and he deals with the consequence of the yellow card. But again, for a player like him, I don't think he's going to get another yellow card in the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Do you think there was maybe, you guys are always obviously want to win at home, but maybe an added level of emotion? It just seemed his celebration, the way Steve celebrated some of his saves, it just seemed like you guys were really hyped out there.
Yeah, I think we just want to win at home. We've had a couple disappointing results at home that we don't want to make a habit of, and to get off to that kind of start against a team that was flying, just coming off the LA Derby, I think that said a lot about our team, and we were really pleased with how we opened it up and then how we managed the game throughout. So emotions are natural, I think, and the passion was there, and that spurred us on to the win.